All right. Every state explained in 20 minutes.
Ah, America. The land of the world's premier Walmart shopping, McDonald's consuming, gunslinging, lifted truck driving, Trump voting, and yet somehow also blue-haired population. Divided into 50 diverse states with everything you could possibly imagine, from the gleaming skyscrapers of New York and the deep depths of the Grand Canyon to, Baltimore. Point is, this country's got it all. And with a whole heck of a lot going on all at once, I thought I would make the perfect video breaking down each and every state just for you because, I mean, this is a weird country. You need the explanation, I'm sure. So let's get started, shall we? Alabama. You probably know Alabama for some great reasons and some not so amazing ones as well.
I'm the oldest of three, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life.
Need I say more? Sadly, Alabama really is one of our poorest states, but they're really good at football. It's kind of a religion down there. The whole University of Alabama.
Growing up, my favorite college team was my favorite team was never Alabama. I'm tripping. My favorite team was always Georgia or Florida. Georgia State or Florida State.
Thing they got going on, that is truly, they worship that place.
Dad, go get him! Dad, go take him down!
The whole southern region of the country, and especially Alabama, are known for having really good hospitality, pecan pie, grits, and sweet tea. Take that as you will. I mean, those are all good things, I suppose. You know, I think the South is also known for some other things too, but we're gonna skip over that.
You drive around, you could drive around just a little bit before you see a Confederate flag. You're going to see a Confederate flag on the back of people's cars, hanging up on a house, big ass flagpole with a Confederate flag. You're going to see them everywhere. People wearing Confederate flag hats, shirts. They want you to know they racist. And we see and we don't get.
Our formerly Russian refrigerator is truly one of the most gorgeous states in the entire country, I promise you. But it is also just that, a refrigerator. I mean, if you live in Alaska, you're really taking living in Timbuktu to a whole other level. These people are some of the most secluded humans on Earth. I can almost guarantee your closest Alaskan neighbor is going to be that Coca-Cola mascot who lives 2 miles down on the ice-covered dirt road. And here's a fun fact. Every single year, the people of Alaska actually get paid by the government to live there. This year, the payment was $1,702. Arizona. In my mind, Arizona is known for three things. You got cacti, the Grand Canyon, and being hell on earth.
Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now.
And
1,270 in Ahwatukee. Cade Creek, Fountain Hills, they don't...
Damn!
And
hold on, what the fuck? Is that real?
750 degrees in Gila Bend
You,
right now.
Bro, I be pointing at the screen like y'all can see 2,000 degrees, 1,300 degrees, nigga. And then he just said something about 700 degrees. So what?
The Grand Canyon, and being hell on earth.
Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now. And 1,270 in Ahwatukee. Cade Creek, Fountain Hills, they don't look good either. And frankly, Wickenburg is a total loss.
God forbid you accidentally drop your groceries anywhere in the state of Arizona, because there is a 0% chance of survival.
Yo, groceries, if you step a foot in the state of Arizona, it's over with. Why can I talk today? You will spontaneous combust. You will explode on impact. As soon as your foot touch the ground, boom, just touch it. You will set a flame. As soon as you enter the state line, it's over with. You melting. Skin, muscle, then bone.
Milk's about to evaporate and your eggs are about to fry on the sidewalk. I'm not even kidding. People do cookouts in their cars, like just on the dashboard. It's actually kind of incredible. Arizona's also just one of those states that a lot of retirees like to flock to, you know, for some reason. I guess the weather's nice, like in the nighttime. Daytime though, you're literally cooked. But then you obviously have some pretty cool natural places in Arizona, like you got Sedona and the Grand Canyon. Arkansas. This state primarily consists of Bill Clinton and Walmart.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Those are the two things I know from Arkansas. The rest of the state's basically Alabama Junior. I am now wanted in Arkansas, by the way. I mean, what more could you possibly need to know than the fact...
Arkansas is literally Mississippi's neighboring state. I never been there in my life. I never heard of nobody going there in my life. I never heard of a reason to go there in my life. I mean, people could say the same thing about Mississippi, but people come to Mississippi. I ain't never heard of anybody going to Arkansas except to go visit the the KKK leader there. I ain't never heard of nobody going to Arkansas for anything. I never heard of a reason to go to Arkansas. I've been to Tennessee, I've been to Alabama, been to Louisiana, Texas and all that. All the neighboring Florida, been to all the neighboring states. Never been to Arkansas in my life. Never known anybody who went to Arkansas in my life.
That queso's from there, and there's a city called Goobertown.
How many bros built like a 1x1 Lego piece? What even is a 1x1 Lego piece? Yep, you're banned. Have a good night.
I just gave you the spark notes of the state. You know, you probably have heard a lot of people say Arkansas is a place where their people are a little bit more on the heavy side. Is that true? Yeah, it's kind of true. It is one of those places that is kind of underrated for like nature and scenery and stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff going on in Arkansas. I've actually driven through Arkansas. The people there are like super nice. California. So it turns out they made a state out of a GTA 5 online lobby. It's California. You're not surprised. I mean, California is truly a state of two tales. Like, you have the ritzy Hollywood, Beverly Hills, rich millionaire lifestyle. All the celebrities are from there. You got the movie productions and the TV shows and the ritziness. And then you also have like everybody else in the state. Obviously that's hyperbole, but you know what I'm trying to get at here. California does have its fair share of issues, including homelessness. Like, you hear a lot about homelessness in California. It's not cap. Like, there are a lot of homeless people in California. So yeah, California obviously does have its problems, but it is easily the most important state in the entire country. It's got the largest population, biggest economy, like half of our companies are there. The Bay Area alone has like YouTube.
What's up, Jack Allen? What's good with you? My day going good so far.
Like 1,000 other ones. It's
What you
also a
want?
gorgeous place. I mean, you can see the beaches, the national parks, the trees. There's just like so much going on there. Your house.
I'm reacting to every state in the United States explained. Are you from the States? Hey, yeah, that's good to hear, gang. How you doing? Are you from any of the states? Right now we on California. It's in alphabetical order.
Might burn down or get destroyed by an earthquake or some combination of the two happening at the same time, but it's still a good place. So is California really that stereotypical place where all the dudes say saw and all the girls have a valley accent? Yes. Colorado's
You from Florida? All right, we ain't got there yet. Let's see what you got to say about Florida. We ain't got there yet, though.
actually the least
What part of Florida you from?
state in the country, so they are obviously national
Jacksonville.
traders. When I think of Colorado, I think of
Tampa.
snow, mountains, skiing, that kind of thing.
From
I guess it's like
Orlando.
our own like little Switzerland, or maybe big Switzerland, because you can fit like 6.5 of them in there. But Colorado is also known for Denver and being higher than everyone else in two ways, actually. You know, they are literally like a mile higher than everyone.
Orlando for sure. Born and raised. Okay. I know it's nice living over there. You got all the amusement parks. You got all the scenery. Got all the house. Shit, I live in Mississippi. We ain't too far from each other. Well, it's far, but damn near neighbor states. Damn near.
Else elevation wise, and they really like pot, so there's that too. Connecticut is known for being hard to spell. Respectfully, that is all I could think of. So I asked
I forgot all about Connecticut. I forgot it's even a state.
ChatGPT to come up with a joke for me, and I got Connecticut is the hallway of New England. People just walk through it to get somewhere else, but they stop and say, hey, nice tolls you got there. Right, moving on. Delaware. I'm sorry we got 2 of these in a row, but you cannot convince me that anything happens in Delaware. Delaware's greatest achievements are that it was the first state which they still tout on their flag to this day, and it was the birthplace of Joe Biden.
I'm from Mississippi. You ever been to Mississippi?
Oh, no, wait, actually, Joe was born in Pennsylvania. I guess he just lived in Delaware for some reason. Also, apparently, people like to start businesses in Delaware without actually being in Delaware. Probably tax reasons for that, as for everything in life. Florida. I mean, let's be real here. Florida
there you
could be
go.
a video on its own. Every crime imaginable has been committed there. I mean, you can see it for yourself. And don't even get me started on the annual great spring break migration, in which half the country just flocks to Florida for some reason. The beaches look like that. It's scary. Florida also just so happens to be like a giant nursing home. I said Arizona had a lot of retirees, but I mean, Florida is like on a whole other tier.
Insert cash or select payment type.
And also, I've got good news. You know, if you're a Mickey Mouse fan, a wanted criminal, or a Waffle House enthusiast, Florida's the state for you. I mean, there's so much going on in this one state. You've got like half the population of Cuba living there. In Miami, you've also got like Russian billionaires, probably. And then in Orlando, you got Disney World, which is its own country. Or is it Disneyland? I don't even know which one's in Florida. Okay, it is Disney World. I'm not crazy. All the Disney adults can lay off the comments. I saw you going to type something something with your Cheeto dust covered fingers. And then there's just alligators like everywhere, apparently. The Everglades. Sometimes they get in people's houses. I don't know how that happens. The Florida Panhandle is basically just an extension of Alabama. And then there's Tampa, which is kind of normal. Tampa's normal until your house gets washed away every year by a freaking hurricane. Florida's kind of crazy, but it is also cool. You know, it's nice to go on vacation there, except for when you do it 17 times in a row, like many American families have. Not to put on the tin hat over here.
Everybody went to Florida, I ain't gonna lie.
Florida behind the whole, oh, skibbity Ohio, only in Ohio stuff online, okay? Because I can tell you from experience, there ain't shit happening in Ohio, okay? It's Florida. Florida's the culprit here. Florida's the one we gotta point our fingers at. I think Florida is using Ohio as a human shield, a scapegoat. Georgia, not...
Was he facts about Florida? And you ain't never been to Mississippi, you have no reason to. There's no reason to come to Mississippi. Was he spitting facts about Florida? He was spitting facts about Orlando. Yeah. See, when I went to Florida, I've been to Orlando and I've been to Miami. I ain't see no alligators. Unless y'all got them shits under control. I ain't see no alligators. I saw some big ass lizards, but it were regular lizards. They ain't like no iguanas or no Gila monsters or some shit. I only seen a bunch of regular big ass lizards. But Florida is nice. Every time I go, it is nice. But it do be like a little sketchy sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Gotta watch where you at and what time you at and where you at. But that's everywhere though.
Be confused with this Georgia is home to Athens, not to be confused with that Athens. And Georgia's a little bit of a weird state too, I'm not gonna lie. It's basically just the city of Atlanta and like more Alabama, like super glued together. I swear Alabama could be like 3 times the size it already is. You know, I forgot to talk.
He compared everything to Alabama. Is Alabama lit? I've been to Alabama a couple times, but I ain't been there that often. Alabama must be lit. He's saying everything is Alabama mixed with something else.
Bad the traffic is in Los Angeles, in California, but Atlanta, oh my God forbid you try to take a motor vehicle.
That's facts.
Any road throughout the entire city.
I only been to Georgia once. I've been to Atlanta one time. It was traffic everywhere, and every time we got in the car, hell nah.
I don't care if it's a back road, an expressway, a highway, motorway.
It's like that in Texas too, though.
The frickin' Autobahn, whatever you want to call it, don't even think about it. The city of Atlanta is a glorified parking lot that somehow people live in. I don't know what goes on in Atlanta besides the parking lot. It's a parking lot. Hawaii is easily the most beautiful state in the entire country. I don't know why they got the British flag on their flag, though. But you will have to sell your entire family to live there. The average house there is like $1 million, probably more. It's probably also one of the most culturally distinct states. I mean, the way I can describe Hawaii is like if you took a bald eagle and injected it with some coconut milk. Hawaii is also home to a huge naval base you've probably heard of, Pearl Harbor. Japanese tried.
My sleeping is catching up to me. I ain't been getting no sleep the last 2 weeks. It's starting to kick in on me. I ain't gonna lie.
To attack it back in World War II. Didn't exactly pan out too well for them in the end, but they tried. Idaho is what secretly fuels the American economy. I mean, they produce over 13 billion pounds of potatoes every freaking year.
I love potatoes.
The fastest growing state in the entire country, which you would never.
I'm the reason they the stock market up on potatoes. I be fucking eating the hell out of them. Fries, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes. It don't matter. I eat potatoes.
Expect because it is literally in the middle of nowhere. It's another one of those kind of unexpectedly beautiful states. I mean, just look at that. But if Idaho is known for one thing, it is the potatoes. Like, that is their bread and butter. Everybody knows Idaho for potatoes. Illinois is like a duplicate of Indiana, which is right next to it, with a little New York up in the corner we like to call Chicago. Unfortunately, Chicago hasn't made the best name for itself in the past couple of decades. Fan favorites like O-Block come to mind. But on the bright side, it's got a nice skyline. I mean, look at all those pretty buildings. Illinois is basically like Chicago and then like farmland. There are other cities in Illinois, don't get me wrong. But like, it is very heavily concentrated in Chicago. You can see that in the map there. Chicago's got all the sports teams. It's got all the jobs. It's where everybody lives. Indiana. What I know about Indiana is that they're often called Hoosiers, which is from an old Native American term for corn. Indiana has a lot of corn. It's one of those kind of states where you just kind of drive through to get to other states. No offense. Indiana is widely known for the Indy 500, you know, the race. So they've got that going for them. But it really is just kind of one of those average states. You know what I mean? Iowa produces 2.5 billion bushels of corn every single year and is the United States' largest producer. Every time I think of Iowa, I think of the city of Cedar Rapids, and every time I think of the city of Cedar Rapids, I think of this.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Make of that what you will. Kansas. The only thing you need to know about Kansas is that Kansas City isn't even in Kansas. What a dark, twisted world we live in. But Kansas is probably most known for being frickin' flat. I mean, it is literally flatter than a pancake. Yes, somebody actually went out and did the math. Flatter than a pancake. I mean, in court of law, the Kansas is guilty. Flat. Kentucky. I mean, you already know what I'm gonna say. I mean, just say it with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. In Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, we all said the same thing. I know you said that too. The state even looks like a piece of fried chicken, for crying out loud. Kentucky's also known for bourbon and baseball bats. There you go. Kentucky, my friends. Louisiana. Louisiana's another really weird state, but like probably in like the coolest way possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Louisiana weird in a good way.
The whitest guy you could possibly imagine reaches his max spice tolerance level when he eats salt. But Louisiana's full of flavors. I mean, this place has got like Cajun spice, even flavors that are like not food.
Like, what type of stuff you think I should do?
But it's like a very spicy place. I need to start writing better scripts. I mean, like in New Orleans, people walk around naked every year for what's it called? Mardi Gras. That's what it's called. Do people actually walk around naked? Is that a thing? I mean, they're known for like beads and like people take off their bras. Does that actually happen? They also got the masks. No idea where this originated from, but there's also like a little bit of French culture inserted in there too. I mean, there's really no place like Louisiana. Maine. I'm gonna say it. Maine is one of the most underrated states in the entire country. You got views like that, and
not Maryland talks
about the state, and frankly, barely anyone lives there too. Maine is definitely primarily known for its lobster, but there's other cool stuff that goes on too. Like you can go to Acadia National Park and look at trees and water, and it's very pretty. Maryland. I got a little question for you, Maryland. Who drew that border? Maryland's got a lot of history. It's a very cool state. I think of Baltimore when I think of
Massachusetts.
Maryland, and Baltimore has some shady areas. Massachusetts. Massachusetts is where we keep our stockpile of smart people. It's a very limited reserve. But we do have Michigan. Michigan's pretty cool because it looks like a hand.
It's too many M's.
Someone where you're from, you can go, I'm from, oh my God, I'm about to drop my computer. I'm from here.
Damn, Minnesota.
We're here. It's got that going for it. Detroit's been making a comeback. Overall, very solid state.
Minnesota!
Minnesota really is our little version of Canada. The people there talk like Missouri, and it gets pretty cold, don't you know? Seriously though, if Alaska's like
Mississippi,
Minnesota's like America's freezer. Actually, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's the other way around. But the people in Minnesota are known for being very nice, and there is a giant mall there. Mississippi's kind of just like everything you already know about Alabama, except you just take the dial and turn it up about 450%. That's Mississippi. I don't need to say anything else. Missouri's kind of just like a normal place in my mind. You know,
they say nothing.
Kansas City on the one side, St. Louis on the other. St. Louis.
I mean, ain't nothing to say about Mississippi.
You probably wouldn't want to drive a Porsche.
But you just got one of the highest crime rates. I ain't gonna lie. Jackson is a murder capital at this point.
I'll just leave that at that. Kansas City, you got the Chiefs, football, NFL, very freaking good team, and the Mahomes glazing is crazy. It's become a cultural phenomenon. And then you got Taylor's boyfriend too. I don't know. It's really that's Missouri for you. Montana. This is where we keep.
Yeah, tell me some suggestions, Jack Allen. You ain't tell me none.
Our nukes. Also, if Yellowstone erupts, we're all dead. Nebraska. Nebraska is our built-in cornfield. Not much goes on there, but we love them nonetheless. They feed us, but they are a cornfield. I mean, Nevada. Nevada is simply put where your life savings will guaranteed go to die on a slot machine. I mean, sending Unc to Las Vegas with a button-up floral shirt is like a death sentence for the house. You're gonna lose it. But hey, Las Vegas is pretty cool. I mean, the architecture there is so stunning. The entire world has decided to copy it. I'll show you some side-by-sides here. This is also where we keep Area 51, you know, our aliens. Pretty fitting for the state. And damn! I'm really lonely. New Hampshire. New Hampshire's like our little Canada. It looks pretty in the fall, and we keep our lumberjacks here. Another one of those states, not too much to say, but we like New Hampshire. New Jersey. Now, a lot of people say New Jersey is like New York's armpit. What, did you expect there to be a butt? New Jersey is like America's cheap Temu version of Italy. Like if you were walking down the streets of Camden and you say mozzarella instead of mozzarella, your ass is getting jumped. Mozzarella. Your ass is getting jumped for walking in the streets of Camden anyway. But I digress. New Jersey is also home to the East Coast version of Las Vegas, Atlantic City, which combining gambling and the Eastern Seaboard is like handing the keys to a candy shop to a kindergartner. I do not know who gave the stamp of approval on that one. But nonetheless, it is there. But anyway, New Jersey is known for its rich history, especially during like the Revolutionary War type times. Also the Jersey Shore, and of course everything else I mentioned. New Mexico. No, I'm not going to talk about Breaking Bad. except I have no idea what else happens here, so I'm gonna talk about Breaking Bad. New Mexico is where Breaking Bad takes place. New Mexico, folks, great state. New York, New York, the city of dreams and overpriced $60 million apartments. You should probably go check out that video after this one. Nice plug. That was solid, man. I've actually been to New York City 4 times in my life now, and each time I've gone, it has gotten progressively more dirty. That is a sad but true fact. There are an estimated 3 million rats in New York City, and they have tried everything to get rid of them, and I do mean literally everything. They're even trying rat birth control now. No, I'm not kidding. They really are. But let's not forget
Rat birth control crazy. I ain't even gonna lie.
Not just New York City, because there's upstate New York too. You know, you got beautiful cities, like Buffalo. Actually, you know what? Let's just go back to New York City. In all seriousness, though, it is actually a very big state with a lot of nature. You know,
you black?
Niagara Falls, and then you can always drive back to New York City, and everyone says, "I'm walking here." I'm walking here. Forget about it. No? Okay. But New York City is probably the most important city in the entire country. It is obviously the biggest city, and it has the most economic.
Oh yeah, the stuff on your page look cool.
Why did I say that? Economic power. It's an important city, okay? North Carolina. North Carolina is home to the worst team in the NFL, and Daddy Beast, the lunch league guy. That's probably what you know him for. You've also got NASCAR and the Smoky Mountains there. It's a pretty cool state. Overall, a lot of people are moving there. It must be a pretty desirable state, you know, assuming that you can survive being steamed alive like cool, a pot of mixed vegetables. Humidity there is absolutely atrocious, but nonetheless, it's a cool place. North Dakota. North Dakota's like our own little Saudi Arabia. You know, we've got oil there. We've also got Fargo. I think a show takes place there. Never seen it, but I've heard there's a show called Fargo. There's a city in North Dakota called Fargo. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. They may not even be related. I refuse to fact check it. I'm too lazy.
Let me finish this video. I'm gonna come back to
my
Instagram.
tin hat theory earlier. I still stand by it. I really do believe Ohio might be one of the most like average representative states of the entire country. It's just a Midwestern normal state. Am I spreading Ohio propaganda? I don't know. Ohio has probably the most famous and goofiest state beef with its northern neighbor Michigan. I mean, when their football fans are put in the same room, you would forget these people live in the same freaking country. The 2 states almost fought over this little strip of land way back in the day. Like, I don't know what's up. I mean, the beef is so serious, it even goes down to a municipal level. The city of Cleveland, Ohio even has a diss track on itself that somehow manages to bring down Detroit with it.
Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. See our river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have AIDS. We see the sun almost 3 times a year. This guy has at least 2 DUIs. The flats look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die. Our economy's based on LeBron James. Buy a house for the price of a beast.
And that's crazy because Steph Curry from there too, though.
Our main export is crippling depression. We're so retarded that we think this is art. It could be worse though.
I always heard that Cleveland got nothing but cloudy skies and you can't see nothing. This is a hellhole, shithole, and all that. I guess it's facts. Damn.
At least we're not Detroit.
Said your river can set on fire, bro. Is that polluted?
We're not Detroit.
Let's not forget that Cleveland's Cuyahoga River is literally known for catching on fire. I think several times, actually. I mean, Ohio certainly isn't what the Floridians make it out to be, but I will tell you, it is still a goofy state nonetheless. I will say, though, I can tell you from personal experience that Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio is the best theme park in the entire world. The roller coaster there have made me see like weird colors and fuzzy shit. They're that crazy. Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a pretty normal state until a twister comes through and rips up your entire neighborhood off the fucking ground and sends it to Kansas. And you know, speaking of state beef, Oklahoma and Texas have their own thing going on, but there's really not too much more for me to say about Oklahoma than that. Oregon. Now, I told you New Hampshire's where we keep our lumberjacks, and I kind of lied to you because we don't just keep them there. We also keep them in Oregon. We just keep the weird ones in Oregon. You know, the ones that serve up $20 burgers at bars that look like that. Horrible voice crack, by the way, but I'm not going to say that again because my voice is getting dry, and it is 2 in the morning, and I have school tomorrow. This video better get freaking views. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is where we keep our Amish people. We also like to export our horrible chocolate to the rest of the world from Pennsylvania, Hershey's. And I say that knowing damn well I'd inhale an entire king-size Hershey bar by myself in like about 10 seconds, like I haven't eaten in 3 months because I'm just a big back like that. But anyway, Pennsylvania is a pretty big state in terms of population. You got Pittsburgh on the one side and Philadelphia on the other, with both cities trying desperately to get as far away from each other as humanly possible. And then between them, you got like coal mines everywhere. But yeah, you got a lot going on in Pennsylvania. You know, Pittsburgh is known for making steel. Philadelphia is known for making fentanyl.
Hey, I'm editing now. Was that an insensitive joke? The government should be taking taking care of that because it is a major problem. Please get on that, government.
I'm pretty sure it's the biggest swing state, so the candidates try very hard to win it. Rhode Island. Rhode Island is where Family Guy takes place. That's all I got to say about Rhode Island. South Carolina. South Carolina is a lot like North Carolina, just more humid. You got Myrtle Beach, another spring break destination. I told you about Florida. Myrtle Beach is the same freaking deal. Never actually been, but it looks like a cool state. I'd like to go someday. South Dakota. South Dakota is just North Dakota, but with no oil. That's basically the only difference. I guess they also have Mount Rushmore too. Tennessee. Man, I tell you, Tennessee is just a state full of wonders. I mean, Memphis is home to the 8th wonder of the world, the 8th tallest pyramid in the world, the Bass Pro Shops fishing pyramid. I have yet to complete my...
Why does Bass Pro Shop need a pyramid? Who do you think they is? I mean, I got a hat on, so I can't talk.
Fully American pilgrimage to this amazing site, but it exists, I assure you. Tennessee is known for country music, whiskey, the Smoky Mountains, and the Hawk Tua girl. She's from there too. Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas, and they would absolutely be right. The people, the roads. Texas is the largest contiguous state. It has the world's largest gas station. It has the world's richest person. I think on our list of craziest, most out-of-pocket states, Texas is number 2 behind Florida, obviously, but it is a very interesting state. You know, it's like the perfect mix of urban and rural, liberal and conservative, flat and more flat. Utah. Mormons and rocks. That's Utah. Vermont. Vermont is literally just a copy paste of New Hampshire. I mean, look at the shape of the state. They just turned it upside down. They got the same fall colors, the same lumberjacks, the same maple syrup.
Nice.
It's also just little Canada. Virginia. Virginia probably experienced the greatest state fall off.
What's
in
up,
American
Mr. Spooky
history.
One?
Virginia used to
What's
be the
good
shit.
with
It's
you?
not
What
a
you
bad
up to?
state now, don't get me wrong, but it used to
they
be
been?
like the state. It's like California and Texas today. Over time, it lost a bunch of land, and it's really not one of the big states anymore. It's still a nice state. But anyway, Virginia is kind of like an average-ish state, I guess you could. Washington, D.C., which has a lot of influence in the northern part of the state. Virginia Beach is also a cool area. You know, it's a nice little leisurely place for people to go visit. Washington. I think Washington's another underrated state in terms of the nature, especially. Like, you got Mount Rainier, you got the Olympic National Park. Solid. It's
I rep on Bel Air. Yeah, I make all my songs on Bel Air.
But we don't talk about that. Solid state. West Virginia. West Virginia is the most southern, least southern state in the country. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, the first state that comes to mind when I think of an old dude with a long gray beard with a little piece of...
I'm gonna get to it after when this video ends. It's almost over.
In the middle of the mountains is West Virginia, and I think that's a pretty...
You mind leaving a follow for me, my guy?
Coal mines here. It's a pretty, I guess, rural state overall.
Be honest, I'm trying to hit 50 followers by the end of this week.
As healthy.
Appreciate you.
Drug problems here.
Be honest, of course. Yeah, of course. I'm be honest with you.
Look at the rivers, look at the valleys, look at everything. I mean, West Virginia, it's got its own freaking song. Wisconsin, we make our cheese here. That's Wisconsin for you. Every time I watch those like police body cam videos, it's always in like the middle of Wisconsin, like Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's always there. But that's Wisconsin for you. Police body cam videos, people there like beer and cheese. Wyoming, I'll spare you some time. There's literally nobody here. Like, I know it's a running joke, but I am seriously convinced that Wyoming is just like a bottomless void in the middle of the country. I mean, can you name a single person that comes from or has lived in Wyoming? No. I will say though, since Wyoming does allegedly exist, it does have some very beautiful mountains. You got Yellowstone.
I want to go there though. It look nice there.
Again, could blow up.
I always said if I just want to travel somewhere just for the sake of traveling, I want to go to Wyoming.
U.S. state. If you.
Alright, that's every U.S. state explained in 20 minutes.
Yeah. I done turned the AC on, but the young niggas still too high. I told them what the fuck we on, but I still think they missed the plot. Know my ex is mad, yeah, cause they missed they shot. We ain't got a bag, yeah, now might let's go shop.